Hey students, in this video I'm going to review how we can use transversals to prove that lines are parallel. In this problems, we are looking at this diagram right here, and then it's asking to determine if the lines A and B are parallel, and if they are, justify why. So one at a time, we're going to look at angle 2 and angle 6. It's saying that they're congruent. 2 and 6 are right there, and I recommend for you to kind of just sketch to yourself the diagram and annotate what angles we're talking about. So angle 2 and angle 6. Those are on opposite sides of the transversal. So they're alternate, and then they're on the inside of the parallel lines. So they're going to be alternate interior. On angle 3 and 4, we're going to look at the transversal and the two lines. Angle 3 and 4 are right here. You can tell right away they're next to each other, and they're going to form a line. So that means they're supplementary. And then also we can tell that if we look at the transversal, they're on the same side. So this is the ones we called consecutive. But then are they interior? No, they're not both inside. Exterior? No, they're not both outside. So they're actually not going to be consecutive interior or exterior. The other options that you have are corresponding. These angles are not corresponding. So this one, it is not parallel. This does not prove that these are parallel because they're just a linear pair. And linear pairs are not considered, sorry, my ink ran out. Linear pairs are not considered a justification to two lines being parallel. It just says that they're next to each other and they add up to 180, but they are not proving that they're parallel. All right. Number 3 is saying 7 and 3. Okay. So 7 is right here and 3 is right here. They are supposedly adding up to 180. And then if you think about it, these are alternate interior inside the parallel lines. So these are alternate interior. And alternate interior lines, anytime you have alternate interior, anytime you have alternate, they are not going to be supplementary. They are not going to equal 180. So this is a no. Just to kind of give you a preview of what I'm talking about, anytime you have alternate exterior, these are congruent because they are the same angle. Then you have alternate interior, and again, these are also congruent because they're the same angle. They're just kind of rotated. When you have consecutive interior, these are not the same angle. One's acute, one's obtuse. So these are the ones that add up to 180 degrees. And then when you have consecutive exterior, they're on the same side and they're outside. Again, one's acute and one's obtuse. So these also add up to 180. So the pattern I found is that if they're on the same side, if they're consecutive, they are supplementary. And if they are alternate, they are congruent. So you just have to analyze and ask yourself, do I have alternate? If they're alternate, they're not going to be 180. They're going to be congruent. Like right here. These are congruent and they're alternate interior. All right, let's try angles 1 and 5. 1 is up here, 5 is up over here. So if you look, one's on this side, one's on that side, and they are outside. So this is a yes because of alternate exterior. And then let's check number 5, angles 2 and 3. This one and that one. So right away, as mentioned, if they are on the same side of the transversal, they should add up to 180, and this is what that's saying. So this is yes. And we're going to say because of consecutive, they're next to each other, or they're on the same side, actually, same side of the transversal, and then they're inside of the parallel line, so consecutive interior. angles 8 and 6 we have right here and right here. These are on the same side of the transversal, but they are not both inside and they're not both outside, kind of like how we did right here with number 2. But these are corresponding because it looks like you just slide it down. So this checks, and we're going to say because of corresponding angles. Last one on the top part is 2 and 8. 2 is right here, 8 is right here. So these are equal because they are right across each other and they're vertical. So yes to the congruent part. However, because they're vertical angles, these do not prove that the lines are parallel. This just proves that these two are across each other. So this will be a no. So 2, 3, and 7 are no, and the rest are yes, and then you just verify or justify why. All right, let's look at number 8. Number 8 is asking you to find the value of x based on the relationship between these two. So this is one of those that our highlighter can help. If you look at this angle and this angle, they are the same angle. They're just sliding down. So because they're the same, you're going to write that they're equal to each other. And then when you're solving for x, you just move everything to one side and keep the x. So negative 25 on both sides. And we're left with 30 equals x. I'm not asking you for the angle, but if you plug it in, 30 plus 25 is 55, so they're congruent. All right, on this one, we have an outside angle and another outside angle, and they are consecutive. They are on the same side, so we talked about the same side of the transversal always adding up to 180. Here's the preview again. Same side inside or same side outside, they always add up to 180. So here you're going to have 195, I believe that's a minus 28. So that angle plus this other angle, 32x minus 35, and they equal 180. Okay, and to solve for x, you combine like terms. So you have 195 minus 35. And I'm just going to quickly type it because I don't want to take too long thinking about this. So it's going to be 160. And then you have negative 28 plus 32. And that gives you 4, positive 4. Okay, so now we have 160 plus 4x equals 180. We're still solving for x. So we're going to subtract the 160 from both sides. And that's 4x equals 20. And you divide by 4, and x equals 5. And it's not asking you for an angle, so you are done as soon as you solve for x. Okay, last example says, given the following angles, are the lines parallel? And then you gotta justify. So to prove that two lines are parallel, you're either gonna have the consecutive interior or exterior angles, the alternate interior or exterior angles, or the corresponding. So those are the only options that could justify if two lines are parallel. Here, right away, the transversal shows you that these two angles are on the same side of the transversal, so they are consecutive, not alternate. And then they are outside the parallel lines, so they are exterior. They are not corresponding. So we're going to say yes, and then they are consecutive exterior. Okay, I hope this short video helps you understand a little bit better how we can prove that lines are parallel.